So the article starts off nice enough with a mother cat giving birth to possibly quintuplet kittens. The mother gives birth and lovingly licks them clean, which I still think is the most disgusting thing. Licks them clean, cares for them, feeds them. But over the months, the mom gets a little bit further and further away until one day the mom's like, all right, guys, take the hint. I'm done. I'm ready to get laid by another kitten or cat, get more kittens out there. You guys need to go your own way, so get out of my house. I don't know what age that happens for cats, but I'm guessing it's after just a few months.
It is pretty young.
Yeah. Humans, I don't think you can do that with humans.
Oh, no. It's many, many years.
But speaking of humans, we do have a little bit longer of that motherly period where we get to stay home without getting sort of social pushback. It depends from country to country what that pushback is. Obviously, in our countries, it was quite young when we were growing up. I do hear that it's a little bit older now. But still, if you're living with your parents after college, your chances of finding a good date might be going down quite quickly. Mm-hmm. And your friends might be saying, hey, dude, when are you moving out? Mm-hmm. Your parents also might be saying, hey, dude, when are you moving out?
They might be the first ones to say.
Exactly. Whereas in some other countries, including Korea, the parents are much more apt to allow their children to stay home for a much longer period, even into their 30s at times. Mm-hmm. So now we go to the land of pasta finally. Now we did say that maybe in some countries like Korea, people can be in their parents' house until their 30s, but it is very rare for someone to be in their house in their 40s. Mm-hmm. And even more rare for those 40-year-olds to be bumming money off their mother, who is living off a very poor pension fund, barely making enough to put food on the table. And both of those sons have well-earning jobs, or well-paying jobs, I'm sorry. Well, that's what happened in Italy. Now, the mother was like, hey, I'm dying. You guys are old enough. You guys got jobs. Get out of my house. Well, these two gentlemen did not take the hint. In fact, they did quite the opposite, and they sued their mother in the Italian court, saying, well, the law doesn't specify when we should move out as children, and the law says that parents must take care of their children. Now, children does mean anyone who is the offspring of their parents, so you can be a 40-year-old child, it's fine. And these were two 40-year-old children in both the maturity and age sense of the word. Now, the Italian courts were like, you're right, the law doesn't state the age, but come on. And they said, get out of the house. Mm-hmm. You both have jobs, get out. Mm-hmm. And so that's where the story ends. And so I feel quite happy for that Italian mom that she can use that money for herself and stop taking care of her freeloading, obviously lazy and immature children who hopefully now can start a life anew and be a little bit better. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Basta!
Yeah, basta. Basta così to both of you. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, it is now because the courts told you that, so sorry. Yeah. So yeah, we kind of talked about the average age, but what happens to British people when they don't move out at the average age?
I think it depends on the circumstances and the situation. My friend has a child with cystic fibrosis, and of course he's going to have a lot of difficulties in the workplace, and there's some government assistance, but she's, the older he gets, you know, the more she's thinking he might not be able to live independently, at least not fully or full time, or you know, maybe they could live independently but very close to one another. It depends, you know, if you have issues with your child's health or mental well-being or so on. But in general, I think if you're not gone by early 20s, parents are going to start pushing you to be independent. They're going to be concerned about you, your ability to look after yourself, earn money for yourself, manage your own home. It's not that they, I think sometimes it gets misconstrued that Western parents don't care about their kids and they just want to throw them out the house so they can selfishly live their own life. No, I think it's they're concerned that their child is capable of surviving in the world independently. So that's why they push them out quite quick.
Or I think just like many animals, there's a lot of dangerous things in the world, and I'm not always going to be there. So you got to deal with it by yourself at some point. And that point is now. Get out of the house. I think that's a pretty good way of putting it. Do you know what animals might have the strongest maternal instincts or parental instincts? Sometimes there is the male side of things, but rarely.
I was looking around at this, and I guess it was hard to say the strongest maternal-paternal instinct, but certainly the ones that look the most devoted from a human perspective. A lot of birds will mate for life, and so then both parents take a really active role in raising the chicks. And of course there is the ultimate example to me of the penguins. Especially the king penguins, the way it's almost like group parenting. There is two parents, and they both nurse the egg, and one parent will wait in the freezing Arctic winter trying to keep this egg warm or the baby warm once it's hatched, while the other parent walks a really long distance to the edge of the ice sheet, fishes as much as they can, stuffs themselves with fish, and then walks all the way back to feed the chick, and then they switch roles, and then it just seems like the most these penguins seem like the most self-sacrificing parents in the universe.
They might not be the brightest parents, but they are self-sacrificing.
Yes.
Maybe huddle closer to the edge of the ice shelf.
Yes, could we not all go next to the ice shelf?
Like let's all go together, like we come in and come out, and we'll switch roles quicker. No, I'm sure there's an evolutionary reason, but penguins are cute.
Very sweet. Yes.
Can't watch documentaries of penguins because not all of them make it.
Oh, it's sad when they.
Anyways, yes. Well, today's vocabulary is not meager. In fact, there's quite a few down there, and they're quite nice to use. Go ahead and take the hint and study consistently and try to use them in your everyday life. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Kick in.
Kick in.
Hostile.
Hostile.
Take the hint.
Take the hint.
Amenable.
Amenable.
Basta.
Basta.